All right. Hello, everyone. Ashanti Titus here with Gone Over Matter Films, and I am here today. We're back, and we want to remind you guys that Natural Hair the movie is now streaming over at All Black TV. You can get your 7 day subscription as a free trial to check out the film. And we are so elated that we're now a part of the All Black family. You can also view the film on Amazon Prime as well as Vimeo. We're on Sling as well, so definitely check it out. And we have one of the amazing interviewees. She's an entrepreneur and she's an advocate, a heart disease survivor as well, a mother, a wife, all of the above. And she has some amazing information and tips that she's going to share with you guys today. Her name is Crystal Garrett, and if you've seen Natural Hair the movie, you've actually saw her in the film. How are you today, Crystal?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for having me, Ashanti.
Oh, of course. It wouldn't make any sense not to have you.
How are
So,
you doing?
I am good. We are literally like just balancing life. We have a new boy. This is our fourth boy, fifth child, Noah. So
Congratulations.
we're just literally just trying to balance business, marriage, and children at this point. But we're doing good. So it's so good to see you. You look absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna jump right into it. Crystal, she actually has a three different businesses, and you actually are a licensed cosmetology instructor, right?
I
And
am.
yes, and in the film, you talked about like back during the times in the 90s how like everybody was coming into the salons and like every 4 weeks and everything like that. How has have you seen like the industry change like from like the 90s until now?
So the change that I've started to see recently is that women are still going to the salon. Natural hair has taken an awesome shift whereas more people are starting to care more, and not just about their hair, but it's trickled down into their bodies, the way that they're eating, maybe working out a little bit more, how they present themselves. And I think I talked a lot about how corporate America was not accepted of people with natural hair. Well, now, the world has pretty much changed. We have like put our foot, so to speak, in people's necks, in the community's necks, in corporate America's necks, um, almost forcing them, if you will, to accept us, people of color, women of color, for who we are naturally. And so, as far as the salon goes, natural hair and the natural movement is driving more and more women to the salon because we have forgotten how to take care of our natural hair.
Right.
Some of us have forgotten, some of us don't have the time because it is much more time consuming to take care of natural hair, or it can be, depending on the styles. And let's talk about the styles. The styles have become more elaborate, we're becoming more creative. And so, that has brought a lot of women back to the salon, even women who used to, do it themselves at home with their relaxers or whatever. Now they have to go into the salon because they truly, sincerely don't know how to take care of their natural hair and it be healthy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, one of the things that you talk about in the film, and during your Reginald had your voiceover, Mahisha Dillinger, and it was talking about like how a woman who owns her business has a different air, a different confidence about herself, and it makes everyone around her look at her differently. What made you go into business for yourself?
Truthfully, I'm not a good employee. So, so, I like things done my own way. I like things done in my own time. I pretty much march to the beat of my own drum. That's just the bottom line. I like to create my own systems. So I don't do well with people giving me instruction for their timing and their system. And I found that out at a very early age in life, and I'm glad I did. But at the same time, I'm a mother of three boys, And I wanted to, it was really important to me that I was available
Right.
to them whenever they needed or whenever something was going on. I like the fact that I can get up in the morning and fix my children breakfast. I can take them to school. If they forgot something, which they always do,
Yes.
you know, I was able to run it back up to the school, or if there was a program at school, I was available to them, and I was also able to pick them up from school, you know, and do different activities with them. So that was really one of the most important things for me, was to be available for my children when they were younger, and even now that they're adult, you know, children, they have children of their own. So
Right.
it's really, I love the fact that they can, if they're at work, they can call me and say, "Hey, mom, can you?" And I just, that's one of the best things for me personally. So in order to make money to sustain my lifestyle, I had to think of something, and you know, entrepreneurship was just what that was.
Awesome. And let's dive into that because you have so many people. Like, I'm a huge advocate for entrepreneurship.
Uh huh.
But, and then I know, like, my husband has definitely helped to cultivate that even more in me because, like you're saying, marching to the beat of your own drum, that is absolutely Reginald. Like, when we met, the professor literally told him in college that you're only going to excel in a job that you are good at. Do not do anything that's not your passion
Uh huh.
because
Uh
that's
huh.
exactly him, right? And the thing is, people think it's just like this magical thing that they're just gonna automatically start money coming out of the sky, and they're just gonna wake up, and they don't understand the sacrifice that it takes. It's very well worth it, right? But can you share with us, like, what was one of the greatest obstacles that you had that you overcame on your business, your entrepreneurship journey?
Okay. So one of my greatest obstacles, um, I believe, is stress, because creating and owning your own business, you know, running your own business is very, can be very, very stressful. And so I was, and we talked briefly off camera about my life and growing up. I'm a cardiac patient, so it's really important to my life that I am stress free. So
Hmm.
with that, I was kind of forced into a stress free lifestyle. So um, I think learning to be able to delegate, having a great team, a great support system, people that you can trust, um, as well as learning when to say no, and
Okay.
learning that no isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad word. You know, for me, no can mean maybe not right now, or maybe I need to circle back around to that
Hmm.
task, or maybe I can delegate that task over, or maybe I'm just not interested in that. But that is one of the things that keeps me stress free and
Right.
allows me to continue to be able to work my businesses. So, learning how to overcome the obstacle of stress was my big one. And you know, as business owners, that's something that we all struggle with, because we have
Yes.
deadlines to meet. We got to
And
get this out. We got to get that out. We got to,
and bills at the same time.
and bill.
Yes. And that's the part, a lot of us don't, talk about. So what are like some of your stress relievers? I see that you do yoga, you eat pretty good. Like what is like your main go-to to like help to alleviate some of your stress?
Yoga and meditation.
Okay.
That is it. So yes, I am a yoga teacher. I'm a yoga instructor.
Wow.
500 hour, and my focus is pretty much for people who suffer with anxiety, people
Wow.
who have limitations, cardiac patients, maybe cancer patients, people who um, can't do a strenuous exercise, or who are afraid to for whatever reason. My focus, that's where my heart lies, because I was once them, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that is it. Yoga and meditation, honey. You can find me at any moment, you know.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And let's dive into one of your brands. You have the MUA Beauty Brand. Can you kind of talk about like how this brand was created? Like why did you like first what is it and then why you decided to do that aspect?
Okay, so MUA Beauty Lab is a cosmetic line. It's a premium cosmetics line, and it's a wholesale line actually. So someone looking to maybe start their own makeup brand or skincare brand or nail polish, whatever the case may be, they can come over to MUA Beauty Lab and get their products at a wholesale price and slap their brand on there, their sticker, their logo, whatever it is they want to do, and retail it to their community. And MUA Beauty Lab came about because I myself was or had the makeup line,
Hmm.
Perfect Face Club, and I just realized that we're going to circle back to this stress thing. I realized that um, it's hard out here for these makeup brands. If you're not, young, fly, and in the loop, and really ready to grind real, real,
Hmm.
real hard, then you probably won't be as successful as some of the other um, some of the other smaller makeup brands that are out here.
Right.
And I just realized I wasn't about that life no more. I'm older. I don't have that grind in me. I'm not in the street, like out on the scene as much
Right.
anymore. And I decided that I still love the actual makeup itself. It's a beautiful premium line, and it does so many different things for so many people. I still wanted to be a part of that because I still have clients and salon owners that still love the product, but I just didn't want um, I guess my name attached to it so much.
Right.
So I decided to just make it a wholesale line and provide it to professionals and people who are wanting to dive into that world. And MUA Beauty Lab, we have everything from skincare to foundations, blushes, eyeshadows, glitters, nail polishes, airbrush makeup, even customized. So you can make your own lipstick
That's
for
awesome.
your line, your brand and sell it. Or you can make your own foundation, your color foundation and sell it. And I still act as the head trainer. So I'll train you and all that good stuff.
Awesome. And I did see it was a while ago. I saw one of your videos you were actually like holding a class on doing makeup. Like so do you still so that's a part of the training that like so like okay, I have let me I'm kind of this is a little selfish. I'm going to do this real quick. I have a niece. She
Uh-huh.
is 11, 12 years old. She is in love with nail polish. Like me and her like she tells me like what, what's best and what to buy and things like that. My whole thing is I'm trying to push all of our children and my nieces and nephews towards entrepreneurship. And so if she wanted to start a nail polish brand, we could come to you to get that line set up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she
And
could kind of custom.
everything is done online. So you don't have to come see me personally.
Okay.
It's
Hmm.
muabeautylab.com. You just go there and work it out and any training that's needed, there are qualifications and all that good stuff. So any training that's needed, I definitely provide you with the training and even some business, tips and tricks for the beauty industry. So yeah,
That is
absolutely.
that is amazing. I'm gonna have to give her a call after this and let her know. She's gonna love that. So, anybody out there, if you have been looking to own a line, whether it's beauty or facial care or dealing with nails, definitely check out Amy. What's the website?
It's muabeautylab.com.
There you go. So check it out, and she will definitely you'll be able to find everything there. So I'm gonna check it out, and we'll give my niece a call after this.
I'll be looking for you.
For sure, for sure. And you also have your company, Choose Life. Do you want to kind of tell us about Choose Life? And choose with a CHEWZ life. And I love the play on words. You want to talk about that?
Yes, so it's Choose Life, CHEWZLYFE. And Choose Life came about because, again, my cardiac history and I have people that follow my health journey as well as the beauty, lines and the beauty brands. But um, I have people that have known me for a very, very long time, and they've seen when I am up, and they've seen when I am down, and they've seen when I'm not doing so well. And they've seen the changes that have come about, from that. And one of the major changes has been my diet. Uh, and I can't say major changes because I've always been a very particular eater, but veganism and vegetarianism is just now like really hitting the scene real, real, real hard. So people are intrigued by it. So with that came a lot of live cooking shows that I would do just of what I did, just my everyday life. And so
Right.
people were really interested and they were tuning in and they were asked questions. And my husband, he's in on it as well. He's made a major transformation over the past 5 or 6 years.
Awesome.
And people would just watch our everyday lives and they would ask so many questions to where we just decided to make it a platform. It's like, hey, people are asking questions. We can't get to everybody individually. So let's just open up, let's build this website and let's open the forum up and we will give out recipes, we will give out tips and tricks, all these different things that we do in our personal life. And it just became a thing, right? And it took
Hmm.
off, and people are loving it. We provide vegan vegan meal prep ideas. We do live cooking shows. Now we have a chef that comes in and she films with us and works with us and helps create menus. And Chef Nay, who is actually one of my baby cousins. So
Awesome.
it just worked, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
that is, and so choose was of course because we chew our food, right? CHEWZ,
Yeah.
and life was it was we spelled it LYFE because our guess our tagline or whatever you want to call it would be choosing your why. Why do you want to change or why do you want to live a certain way? What is your why? And for me, my why is strictly for my health. I want to be here for my children and my
Hmm.
grandchildren. And I found that my diet and exercise played a major part in my health and me being healthy.
Right, for
Yeah.
sure. You know what? It's like I'm like my brain is going in so many directions. I'm trying to figure out what's the next question because it's like I have two. But one of the things is as far as when they say like as far as you adding on to your family and becoming, that woman that has this, adding value. Your husband, his health has improved because of the things that you're doing and implementing into, your family's life. Your sons are as well because a lot of women like are afraid to go into entrepreneurship because they're like, how am I going to balance, all of this?
Hmm.
And one of the things that Reginald actually posted about business, it's not about balance, it's about harmony. And so like how can you incorporate a business, like incorporate it to pretty much service your life? And so it looks like you definitely have done that around your testimony. And I know Isis Brantley said it before. She was like, take your pain, bottle it, and sell it. And so essentially, flipping the whole heart disease on its head and being an educator with that. And also, it's like Jamie, she talked about it too, about going like it's like when you go natural or return to natural, you go
Hmm.
through this whole natural hair like portal. Like you start questioning things, you start eating healthier, so it's like and you maintain that. So that's it's like the same story but different for everybody when the women that go decide to return to natural.
It becomes a spiritual thing, for most people. It just trickles down. It starts at the head and literally trickles down.
It
So
really does.
yes, I'm taking my hair natural, and I want the most. I want the most healthiest thing for my hair. I want the most nurturing products for my hair, and then it goes into our scalp. Well, if in order to have healthy hair, I have to have a healthy scalp. Well, my scalp is just an extension of my skin. Okay, so I need my skin to be healthy. Well, we all know the old cliche, what goes in comes out, right? So now
Mm-hmm.
I need to start eating healthier. And because I'm eating healthier, my body is starting to change. Now I need to make sure this thing stays toned up and looking right and tight, right? So now I need to start exercising.
For sure, yes.
It just all works together. So our mind, our mental, our spiritual, everything just, it's harmony. It just all meshes together.
For sure. And that's so great you found your harmony. And I want to talk about there's a part in the film that was like so funny to me. And that was when you were like when other natural women see you, they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" And then when people, with relaxed women with relaxed hair, they see you, they're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Like, and it was so funny, like, because I thought about that last night because I was watching an interview with Monique Idlet and Lori Grenier. Lori Grenier, she's on Shark Tank, and then
Uh-huh.
Monique Idlet, she's um, she's on the show Undercover Billionaire.
Uh-huh.
And so they were talking about Monique in particular. She was talking about when she first started her career, she was around nothing but older men that were like in their 60s, and she studied them and she watched them and how they interacted with each other in the business realm and how they would make it a point to say what they did, their name, and what they needed. And then, they went to everyone. But when women are in like the same kind of environment, a lot of times, and this isn't every woman, this is from her experience, but she was saying that a lot of us miss out on opportunities as women to build multi-million dollar companies because we project our insecurities on each other. So she started the collective. It's like, I think, Art Collective. So you check it out. Don't quote me on the name, but I know it's collective is in the name, where women are actually collaborating with each other to build, you know,
Mm-hmm.
multi-million dollar companies. So how have you kind of like have you seen that play out, or how have you navigated that, and what do you think about as far as things change? Have things changed when it comes to women like interacting with each other, or what is your take on that?
Yeah, I think this whole movement has made a shift in the way that women, especially Black women, interact with each other. I think now um, we're becoming more secure in ourselves and understanding that we all are human. We all have, strengths, and we all have weaknesses. And sometimes we may need that sister to help build us up in certain areas where we may not be as strong. And that's where teamwork, comes into play. Also, I think that we have just realized that there's room for everybody to eat.
Hmm.
And we've become each other's cheerleaders in a sense. So yeah, I think that there has definitely been a shift to where from where it used to be. It did used to be like a little competition type of thing, and we didn't want, other women to know that we may be insecure in these areas. But at this stage of the game, where we are in this world right now, we have no other choice but to build each other up.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. So, what advice would you give a young woman who is starting out, who wants to, do something in the beauty space, health space? What type of advice would you give her when she's a little bit scared, she's on the fence, doesn't know if she could do it or not? Like, what would you tell her from all of your years of wisdom and experience?
Uh, every one of my students, I tell them, don't take shortcuts. First, get your education, whether it's that diploma or that certificate or that license,
Hmm.
whatever is needed for the area of business that you're going into. Go ahead and get that, especially in the beauty industry. What I find a lot of is with all of the specialties popping up, the eyelash extensions, the permanent makeup, the brows, the makeup artistry, the natural hair. Um, If there is a state license to be had, get it. Don't try to just go to this Instagrammer. And I mean, I'm not trying to knock nobody's hustle. Your hustle is your hustle. But for the people who are actually wanting to pursue this and you're serious about this, go ahead and get that state license, get that state certificate. And don't just go to a individual or a school because it's popular, because it
Mhm.
gets a lot of likes, or because they have a great following. Go because the education is good, and check out the reviews, all that good stuff. So, first, get your education. Second, get a good mentor. Get you a great mentor who isn't afraid to share that information. Because still in the beauty industry, people want to hold on to information that's really readily available to you if you look. But experience, years of experience, still sometimes trumps the information that you can get online or in the textbook. So make sure you get a good mentor who has been in the industry. She's been around the block a few times. She understands the industry and is not afraid to share that information with you. And with that, I would also say get on a good team. Get on a good team of people who are not afraid to share clients with you. If they need a backup, allowing you to be their backup, taking you along on gigs with them just as an observer.
Mhm.
Don't be afraid to maybe not make that coin today when you can definitely make that coin next week because now you have the education and
Right.
you've had the experience.
Amazing, amazing points. And definitely, I was talking to one of my younger relatives, and I was letting them know like how much money that we spend on our mind, investing in courses and classes and things to take you to the next level. Do not be afraid to invest in your mind because you're gonna use it again. So definitely, I totally agree. And then also with the mentorship thing, it actually helps you to um, avoid a lot of issues and problems because that person's already been through the gauntlet of issues, right? So definitely, I 100% agree. Oh my goodness. So, Crystal, it was so great catching up with you. Thank you so much for being a part of our film. I mean, your whole like just presence there and, everything on the interview was absolutely amazing. And everybody can watch it at All Black TV. Check it out. If you don't have All Black, then, your subscription 7-day trial for free. Check it out on Amazon, Vimeo. We're on there. Crystal, you'll see Crystal on there and she'll be talking about a little bit about her experiences and perspectives on there as well. So thank you so much, Crystal. And did you have anything that you wanted to say?
I just want to thank you, Ashanti, you and Reginald, for having me tonight, as well as on the film. I really enjoyed myself, and I'm just having a great time. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. We're happy that you decided to be a part of this. All right, y'all. We are gonna wrap it up, and next week we'll be talking to the actress Brittany Blewett, and we'll dive into that next week. And until next time, stay beautiful and stay great. Y'all have a good one. Thank you, Crystal.
Good night.
Goodbye, y'all.